Yeah.
Why did the NG leave the room when why did we fail so miserably talking about the Bible? I know why I think we did.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did it? I think we're talking about things that are deep, and it's a little bit like, I think there's something to be said for, it's the same with men's mental health. People clam up when they talk about mental health. Yeah. And when you're talking about something deep that can matter, that is core to you, we can sometimes get defensive over a thing. And I think the questions that we're asking are hugely important, but a lot of people don't want to talk about them because I think often they think that, it causes division, it causes, disagreement. And we don't want that tension in the room, so we don't talk about it.
I think also there's a worry that you're going to offend people. And that's certainly, I think, in the day and age that we live in now, we walk this fine line all the time about not bringing certain subjects up because we don't want to offend someone. And especially, I think, with this, it feels like sometimes a lot of people watch and listen, and it almost puts even more of an emphasis on the fact of you don't want to offend people, and you just walk in this line all the time. But I think the beauty about doing this now is we can just have an open and honest conversation, ask a few questions, and just be a bit more, I don't really know what the word is, a bit more just like open to the ideas. That makes sense.
Open and curious. I think we want to live, I think people have got the word tolerance messed up a little bit. I think the important, when we're talking about tolerance, you're tolerating something, aren't you? There has to be some kind of friction for there to be tolerance. Yeah. It's good to live in a society where we have different ideas and where we can agree to disagree and respect one another and love one another, But there's nothing wrong to say, I think you're wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We can say those things in respect.
So I think the reason I personally failed when we came to talking about it, I think personally was like, I felt like I've got to stay in my own lane. I'm not qualified to talk about something. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't know what I'm talking about. And subsequently, I don't want to get it wrong and offend people that do. So it wasn't like...
Especially on that subject, I feel like.
Yeah, it wasn't like... It was chickening out. But it wasn't like for a lame reason. It was for like a... I don't know. It's like at a point where it feels so charged. Like you can't say the right thing.
And we live in a funny time now, don't we? We're people think, this is a Christian country, but it's not. It's a fairly secular country. Most people don't know much about the Bible at all. One or two may have gone to Sunday school and maybe listened to a few sessions and coloured in a few Moseses or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And that's the limit. I know there's an arc in there somewhere. No idea how to put the story together or what the story is indeed about. Yeah. So there is, I think RE in school never really helped that. It was always the sort of supply teacher lesson, wasn't it? Gonna get the supply teacher for this one, and so you all just messed about and nobody really wanted to know. But I think it's important to understand each other in our culture, so we get on with each other.
I've changed at school. I was a knob in RE, and since from travelling all over the place, I've realised how much I missed out on by not paying attention, being a knob. Like how much it informs all culture,
definitely,
really, all over the world. And like I didn't at that time. I just thought I think what it is you feel like something's being sold to you, and if you're a bit resistant to that, like certainly my experience of religious people in my life has been a bit like salesy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like through school and stuff. And I think I probably reacted to that at a young age. A bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
And probably it was my reason for not being good at RE.
It can be hard for us as Christians because, you're psyched about mountain biking and you love it. You love to talk about it. You love to share it with people.
Yeah.
And if I'm psyched about Jesus, I want to tell people about him. Naturally, if that's in me. But the problem is we're often fairly messed up, broken people. And we get it wrong, and we're not always the best ambassadors that we should be.
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type The Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!